Hello, bonjour, and good day, and welcome back to the House of Freeman. My name is Dana, and in today's video, we are going to be doing a continuation of the series that I've got going on, and we're going to be doing a look inspired by these gorgeous Franka earrings. These are the small or medium diamond shapes with a kind of fiery look to them, and I've got a really nice wig that has been styled up because I'm really into big kind of rock star hair at the moment. I'm going to be using the Revolution Soph shadow palette, the Super Spice palette, because I love the extra spice, and this was a new one she released. Oh, does that not look just gorgeous to you? So nice. We're going to talk about what's been happening in my life because I've been a busy person since the last time we saw each other, and we're going to make a look. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then please keep on watching. Okay, let's start by gluing down the brows. You have seen me do this so many times, so I'm just going to do this really quickly off camera, and then we can get right into the stories and the look. Be right back. Okay, I have covered the brows. They are very white at the moment. Now, I was going to go into my e.l.f. mint primer, but I remembered I had bought the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I know. Rich Luxe. And I thought, let's try it today. It smells gorgeous. That's what initially sold me on this product. Oh my goodness. If you can get to a Bobbi Brown and you can just, I know it's weird to say, but if you can just get a smell of that, it's just, oh. I know it's like cream, but like that's the weirdest feeling. Let's just pop it onto the face. And speaking of the face, let's give you a little update. So I have restarted my laser hair removal. So you can see where I've cut myself on my chin because I'm trying to keep the facial hair down to a minimum, but at the same time it's hard for me to shave my face at the moment without cutting myself. If you don't know how laser works, it goes into the hair follicle, the laser goes right down to the bottom, and it pretty much burns the end of it to stop it from growing again. This is feeling really nice, this Bobbi Brown. I am using quite a bit of it though. I just put my finger in it and just swirl it around. But it's a very rich feeling. Very nice. So it goes down to the bottom of the hair follicle, ding, and it burns it away to stop it from growing again. So you have to have a really cold air tube next to the laser to stop the skin from burning as well. So as you can see, there are bits of my face here where it's starting to push the dead hair follicle out of my face. So normally when I would be shaving, it would be easier for the blade to glide over, but because it's so textured and so bumpy at the moment, the razor's having a hard time and I'm cutting myself and it's not the one. But when the treatment is done, it will hopefully mean that I nearly never have to shave. I really enjoy this. I'll be using it again. I blooming better use it again. It cost a pretty penny. I first did laser back when I was 18 and I went into uni. I got that done for about a year and it significantly reduced this area of my facial hair. Got that right down. and it gave me really clear skin, which is great. So I thought, now that I'm in my 20s, we will go back and we'll get some more. I got a really good deal actually. They were doing an Easter deal and I got 65% off. So all in all, I think for 8 sessions, which is 8 months worth of treatment, because you do one every 4 weeks or so, it cost me 470 quid. And considering I was planning on spending around 700, 800, it was such a welcome break. I was so happy with it. I did my consultation. I then had my first appointment. It is as painful as I remember it being. It's always been painful. It's kind of, I always say it's like a rubber band with a razor blade attached to the end, and they just keep pinging it against your face all over. Very intense, but beauty is pain. So if it gets the job done, then I'm happy with it. And it's just... You kind of have to go through it to get the results that you want at the end. So at the moment, my skin is a little bit bumpy, a little bit textured, a little bit not the one. So that's that addressed. It just means that I need to use this number 7 Protect and Perfect Intense Facial Sun Protection every single day. It's got a serum in it, which is really nice, and it has been making my skin look very good. I mean, I have just put the rich cream on the top, but it's been making my skin look really good. And then on top of that, I used the Bloom and Blossom Rejuvenating Facial Spritz. This is mostly... well, it says 98.5 naturally derived. So it's got a cola leaf extract, horsetail leaf extract, lady's mantle, and aloe vera in it. And it just makes my skin look so refreshed, so plump, so gorgeous. So I use those two on a normal morning, and it is calming everything down, but we'll try and cover this. I don't know how well we will get it done. Normally, I don't have to cover this at all because it's not there. But because of the swelling and the pushing and the just, it's quite inflamed at the moment. But anyway, let's do a little bit of base, shall we? I'm going to be using my staples, the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Foundation in the shade F2. I'm going to be using the Revolution Fast Base Stick in the shade F11. This is my normal contour, and then we'll go for a little bit of concealer. I think we're gonna go with the Revolution Infinite. I'm just trying to get through this, to be honest. I'm not quite sold on this, and then we'll kind of blend it in with the Infallible, which is the tried and tested one. So let me do this base and we can start talking about what I've been up to since the last video, because I've been very busy, very busy. So the first order of business is I am now older. It was my birthday in the last week. I got some great presents from friends. I got a couple of the Beauty Bay palettes, the new ones, so the berries palette, and then I think it's called Midnight or something, which is the purple and blues, the huge one, because you know how I am about purple and blues. I absolutely love them. I got those, and I want to do a little bit of a video on them because they look like they're going to be really good and they're affordable. So I would like to kind of advertise the fact that you can get good affordable makeup and give you a nice review, because that's what people like on YouTube. They love a review, and I love doing them actually because it's an excuse for me to do another look. So yeah, you might see those, no promises yet again, but you might see those on the channel. And I've also got given some of the Powerpuff XX Revolution collection because I absolutely love the Powerpuff Girls. And you know how my drag name, Donatella Him, is kind of based on the characters from there. Him, what an inspiration. Bit creepy, I know, but just a quintessential part of my childhood. So I couldn't ignore him when coming up with a drag name. This foundation has settled so well on top of this rich face base Bobbi Brown moment. Oh, it's really, really good. I'm very, very impressed. I probably will be using this Bobbi Brown going forward because it's made my face look so nice. Let's pop some foundation over the brows. Let's get them covered. So yes, I got some gorgeous gifts from my gorgeous friends. Some of it makeup. I do need to buy more of the Powerpuff Girls XX Revolution collection because I need to get the him primer, because I can't have a name like Donatella Him and then not get the item that is to do with my character, you know. On the day of my birthday, we had some really nice plans. We went out to London and we did some junkyard golf. We also then went and got some food. Oh, some of the food. We went to this really funny place called the Cockery. And yes, that is what I said. It gives you kind of adult themed waffles, and they give you your choice of chocolate on the top, a nice chocolate sauce, and it's very much about the experience. So they give you the original waffle, then they start talking about what nationality would you like on top of your waffle to make it your own, your preference, blah blah blah. And we were absolutely cracking up. It was very, very funny. It was something else. It was so funny to do with the guys and the gals and the theys and the gays, and my mum was there at this point, which was quite funny. She doesn't like waffles, so she didn't get one, unfortunately, but the rest of us did, and the waffles themselves were actually really, really delicious. Even after the whole experience that you got out of it, the product itself was yummy, but we kind of did it in the wrong order because we went and got these waffles and then we went to a buffet and got some actual food. So we did dessert first and then we got the other bits of our food, which was a bit silly, but what can you do? We didn't want that place to close down before we managed to get the waffle, you know, because that was one of the things that we were cracking up about and that we were sure we wanted to do on that day. The annoying thing about having blooming hair is that it just keeps getting stuck. I'm like, please, I've sprayed you down for a reason. Stay where you're put. So yeah, then we went to the buffet. We had a gorgeous buffet meal, which was absolutely lovely. It was really, really nice, actually. And then we went to see Death Drop again. If you have not heard anything about this, it is a drag murder mystery. It's so funny. The cast is great. I do have the little program down here because I don't want to get anybody's names wrong. We had Latrice Royale playing Summer Rains, Kitty Scott Claus playing Shazza. We had Vinegar Strokes playing Lady Von Fistenberg, Anaphylactic playing Morgan Pierce, Holly Stars playing the Bottomley Sisters, Richard Energy playing Rich Whiteman, so funny, and Georgia Frost playing Phil Amaker. Apple Derriers was also in it as a swing and ensemble, but I don't think I saw them in it. It was so good. There was such a funny part that happened. So towards the end, spoilers, Summer Rains gets killed and then somebody else comes back and they get shot as well. And there's a dining room table as part of the set, and this character got shot. They then fell over. This character is played by Latrice. They fell onto the chair, and You know how ensemble chairs are? They are never sturdy. They're old stuff that people are just throwing out. So the show takes them on and they're like, that's cheap, we'll take it. They're never sturdy. They're never. And to fit in with the time as well, they had to be quite of their time. So I don't expect these to hold anyone. Like, it's a miracle that everybody was able to sit down without it falling apart from underneath them. So Latrice falls onto these because of the way that she fell on them so abruptly, and like the chair leg snapped. It was holding on for dear life. So imagine this is the chair, this is the leg. The leg went like this, it pushed it back. She's holding onto the table, she's holding onto the chair. Everyone in the cast has just frozen. They have frozen, they don't know what to do next. They're like, should we just carry on with the lines, blah, blah, blah. And then the minute she landed on the chair, everyone in the audience went silent. Apart from me, of course. So then there's me going, oh, because we're dead center, second row. So the cast can hear that. Everyone in the theatre can hear that because we're in the Criterion and it's silent when everyone's silent in there. Me being an absolute fool and being like, ooh. So then Kitty just starts laughing and is like, breaks character, and then everybody in the theatre starts laughing at what's going on. Kitty goes round, picks up a chair, takes it round to Latrice, and Latrice kind of shuffles onto this chair. Oh my goodness, it was so funny. So funny. And they finished the show. If they do another tour, because by the time I'm filming this, they have finished the second tour. I've managed to see it for both. I'm incredibly lucky. I absolutely love the show and I would recommend it to anyone. If they do another tour, go and see it whenever you can, because it is a camp old time. It is so funny. The cast is always great. They show incredible British drag. They show drag kings. They obviously get the names in, like the American stars or the people who have been on the reality show, but you know, it is a fun-filled evening. It's so funny. I wouldn't say it's adult humor. There's definitely some childish elements to it, but it's just so funny, so funny, and even just thinking about it makes me laugh. So we finished that, and I didn't know how people would like it because Mum, she recently just came to see the Drag Race UK season 2 tour with me, and she really enjoyed that. So I was like, oh, this might be up her street. And then we had a couple of my old work friends. Why am I cracking? I always crack here. Always here because I'm always smiling, always talking. And then obviously Amy and Aaron were there. And everybody was crying with laughter. They found it so funny, which I'm really glad at, because there's a difference where you're a fan of the reality show and then when you see the queens on stage. For example, like Vinegar did not do the best on the reality show, but in her own arena, for example, the stage shows, really incredible talent. Incredible. Like, I cannot fault her at all. It's so funny, an incredibly powerful voice, a great singing voice. That is what UK drag is known for. It's known for the stage, known for the comedy, known for the singing, everything. Like, they're incredibly talented. And yeah, everybody enjoyed themselves, and we had the most wonderful day filled with laughter, love, and just, oh, it was great. It was so great. I'm not going to put this on in the end because I've got enough concealer on my face now, and I think everything is quite cohesive at the moment. I am, however, going to get some loose powder. pop that on my face. I am running out of this MUA Makeup Academy powder, which that's okay because I've got other powders, but if you want something that it does its job, it's cheap, it's affordable, then I would very much suggest this powder. Oh, let's drop it everywhere, Dana. Let's get it everywhere. Great job, me. Just gonna take a like a face brush, like a big kind of fluffy face brush. Swirl it round in the powder and then just tap it on. Give me one sec because I can't talk while I'm doing this. I figured that out the other day and I was like, ugh. So give me one sec. Right, there we go. I'm going to do a little bit of sculpting the face now. Just the normal palette, you know, how it goes with the sculpting. I need to get rid of these. Like, these glitters are really nice, but because they've been in this palette, they've been covered in so much crap. I do need to use them or get rid of them because it's too much. Let me do a little bit of sculpting. Let's grab a big fluffy brush and then let's grab something a little bit smaller as well, just so that we can bronze with this and then contour with this. I know I'm going to use exactly the same powders, but who cares? So one of my friends, Lily, who we went to the Drag Race UK tour with, she offered me a ticket to go and see Miss Dula Peep up in Nottingham. And as someone who has been obsessed with future nostalgia, ooh, that's a tad dark, but we can blend it out. It's all good. It'll work in the end. As someone who's been a massive fan of future nostalgia ever since it came out, like, it came out before I was officially driving, and I remember having the windows down in the summer days with like levitating playing as I'm trying to hill start on my drive home from work. Thank you, Mum, for bearing with me while I did that, because that was quite scary at the time. But yes, so as a fan of Miss Dula Peep for a while, it was an honour to go to this show. I loved it. I'm going to pinch this brush right down so that it's quite slim, and we're going to gently contour the nose and see if this works. That work? Oh, yes. Let's do the tip just to make sure we've got everything. Okay, so yes, we went up to Nottingham. The journey there, stressful, absolutely stressful, because I managed to get an earlier train up to London because I somehow knew that something was going to be a little bit off. I'm going to take this brush, which is kind of a little dome shaped brush, and I'm going to go into the highlight colours I've got here and just boost what we've got under the eyes. Let's put some on the nose. Ooh. Yeah, very nice. So yes, I knew somehow that something was going to go awry, and I was like, right, we've got to make sure I'm on the way up there as soon as I can. We'd pre-booked these tickets, and I'd got the day off at very short notice, might I add. Thank you so much to my boss for allowing me to do that. I got the train up to London, fine. I get to London Bridge. I'm like, oh, this will be quite simple. I can get the Thameslink train from London Bridge straight to St Pancras. Of course, it was never, ever going to be that simple. It never is. So I'm just chilling on the train. I get onto the Thameslink. I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to make it in really good time. I've really done myself proud today. We then hear on the announcements, we have to go 5 miles an hour through Farringdon today. And I'm like, okay, that's not that bad. 5 miles an hour, as long as we're all still moving, is good. Were we still moving? No, we were not. Was there a backlog of trains that I should have really thought about? before I got my hopes up. Yeah. So the stress that I felt on this blooming train trying to get to St. Pancras, like, oh God, I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss it. We are going the slowest you have ever seen in your life. We are waiting at stations time after time to wait for the backlog to clear. And they don't tell us why there's a 5 mile an hour speed limit. I can understand it might be for several reasons and I won't go into it. But like, you know, I was so stressed. I get off the train at St. Pancras. I run. Cue the Nicki Minaj music. I run up the escalator, and then this is where people are just kind of chilling. They're just kind of like, I've got time to get to mine. Move, please. I need to get to my train now. I'm just gonna do a little setting spray just to melt everything in. And I'm like, can you please move? Can you please just get out of my way? I get onto this train. I meet Lily. I get onto the train. We get onto the train 5 minutes before it needs to go. Obviously, we're 5 minutes before it needs to go, so there are no seats available for us to sit next to each other, because we would have liked to have sat next to each other, caught up with everything, got to know what's happened since we last seen each other, blah, 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 how her sunburn had healed. That still cracks me up. I'm sorry, Lily. So we had to sit behind each other, which I didn't mind because, like, at least we got to sit down. We didn't have reserved seating, which I think the next time we do this, we'll buy reserved seating. But then it's always the awkward moment of like, for God's sake, the awkward moment of somebody sitting in your seat and you're like, oh, hi, that's my seat. You need to move, please, blah, blah, blah. That's always really awkward, and I never really want to experience that. So we go up there. The train journey is a bit weird. I then remember that I'd been to Nottingham before because that's where I went for my skydiving. If you want to see the skydiving, then I will leave a link to my brother's channel up here somewhere for the video. We did skydiving. It was terrifying, but I would love to do it again. I really got hooked after that. So yeah, I got off at the station and I was like, I know where I am. Forgot that there were trams, then got stressed because the trams were using the same roads as the cars. And I was like, oh my God, we're going to hit someone. We're going to hit the car, blah, blah, blah. It's nothing to do with me. I'm not a tram driver. We get to the accommodation. Thank you very much, Lily's sister. And we get everything ready, put on our outfits, we go out, we get some food. We went to this lovely place, I can't remember what it was called, and we had burgers the size of my face and drinks, and it was just so good. We looked around some of the local shops. We then went to the stadium. We got into the stadium. I bought some merch. Lily bought some merch. You'll probably see the t-shirt on here at some point. This one isn't Dula Peep, this is Nova Twins. Went into the stadium, got our place to stand, but my goodness, the amount of fights that were happening on either side of us. Like this side, there were some really peppy guys who were so excited for Dula Peep. And then they started having a fight with some girl who thought she'd been pushed. I don't know what happened. I wasn't paying attention. That people got moved around. It's fine. You can see her. Well, we're going to have a great time. You tell him. And I was like, oh my God. And then this side, there was an over 6 foot kind of guy. He went off to get a drink. He came back to stand with his friend where he had been. Props to him since the beginning. Stood there. This girl then starts having a go at him. I can't see, blah, blah. And he's like, she's going to be on a stage. The stage is up there. She's going to probably be wearing heels, so she'll be tall enough. It's not like you're not going to see her. And we were just there like, okay. And then the show starts, everybody calms down. There are a couple of people here who just, you know, when you're at a concert and they just kind of like gently in front of you for ages before the show, and you're like, do you mind? We were definitely here, thank you very much. that was annoying. But when the show started, they did move out of the way and we got a gorgeous view. I got some great videos. The music was incredible. The showmanship was incredible. The lighting, the dancers. There were a couple of dancers who were on like roller skates and stuff. Really, really cool. Before I carry on, let's get into the palette. This is the Soph. What was this? The Extra Spice. No, the Super Spice eyeshadow palette. This comes with 18 shades. Let's pop the box up there so you don't get the mirror. These are the shades. Are they not just gorgeous? Stunning. So let's start, shall we? Because that's what you're here for. You're here for the makeup as well as the stories. So I don't even know if you're here for the stories. Let's go into Extra Spice first. I will put up a picture like I did last time in that video, because that's really helpful for me because I can show you what it is without having to be like, you know, every 5 seconds. So let's place the Extra Spice shade just under the brow and move it along. That's a nice amount of pigment. I'm happy with that. So anyway, back to Dula Peep. She did all the hits, all the songs, and for most of the time when I go and see acts, I know the majority of the songs because this is someone I'm investing money in, so I will be invested in their music, in their craft, you know. I was expecting to drop the ball on some of these songs because I love future nostalgia. Do not get me wrong. And One Kiss and all of that. I love, 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 love. Some of the feature songs, I don't think I got. But at the same time, I got the rest of them. So I was happy with that. The roller skating guys had drinks at one point and they were like offering them out, not real drinks. They were on a serving tray and they came out and they were offering people. And I think at one point this guy was literally going to offer somebody the prop. And then this person reached forward and he was like, nope, took it away. It was rather funny. Throughout the entire show, we just kept seeing balloons and we were like, is there someone at the back just like blowing up balloons and then passing them forward? Because this is quite annoying, especially when I'm there to enjoy the concert, but at the same time, I do want to record some of it because I have a shoddy memory. And if I can remember these events by some of the videos that I've taken, I know they're going to be good quality. First of all, not to toot my own horn, but I'm tooting my own horn. I know they're going to be good quality. They're going to be framed correctly. They're going to be not shaky. Because you can go on YouTube and you can look at stuff from events, but some of it will be shaky and you'll just be like, that's a shame. Let's take a smaller brush. I'm going to take the little purple one that you've probably seen before, and I'm going to go into Cocktail, which is the orange shade. There is a little bit of kickback on these shades, but the pigment that you are getting from these is stunning. I'm going to work this in. We're going to go from red in to orange to yellow to then shininess, and we're just going to blend it. What was I saying? Oh yes, balloons. So we thought, where the hell are these balloons coming from? Turns out, halfway through the show, we're going to find out. This sea of balloons falls onto the crowd, and I'm like, I've been having trouble with this anyway because I'm trying to film and balloons keep getting in the way, blah, blah, blah. Isn't that a really nice colour combo? And I was thinking, oh God, here we go. You can see the difference between the colours, but at the same time, they are blending incredibly well. I will need to reinforce the red later on though. So yeah, and I was like, oh God, here they come. At the end of the show, after we'd had all the balloons, all the confetti, everything, I did take one of the balloons back to our accommodation for the night. But the show overall, 10 out of 10. If she does another tour, I will be going because it was so good. If you missed it, then I would suggest YouTubing it. That's the best way to find it now. It is so good. So good. I'm going to take the shade Sunshine on this flat brush. As you can see, the pigment is gorgeous. And we're going to tuck this into the inner and then blend it out. I love this. I love this so much. I mean, this is nothing new for me. It is something that I do a lot because I just love the color gradient between it all. But like, wow. I'm just going back into these original shades and just popping them on top, just boosting the colors because the blend is gorgeous, but I don't want to lose some of the color that I had initially put down, you know? I really like how this eye has turned out. I am going to shove it on the other eye and then I'll come back to you. Okay, I have finished the eyes. The blend on it is gorgeous. The shape of them is a little bit off, but I can fix that when I put the brows on and the concealer and stuff. I've got my lashes, my mascara and my eyeliner waiting. Overall, really do enjoy this palette. The colors in it are gorgeous. I might put Sunshine along the bottom as well because that is the main theme of the earrings. Let's just see how that looks. Let's pop a little Sunshine underneath. Do we like that? I think so. Yeah. It makes my eyes look so blue. So blue. Let's blend this up here. Do we like that? I think I do. I think I really like that. Just blend the edge of that. Yeah. Yeah, lovely. Let me do the other side and I'll be right back. Yeah, I like that. I'm good with that. Let's pop on a brow. Oh, I can use this palette for my brow, actually. I think we'll take... What colour is my hair? Orangey. Maybe if we take a mixture of cocktail and extra spice, we can make it all very in keeping. I will be right back with the look. Doesn't that look great? And then I'll just grab this and blend it a little bit so it's not so harsh. I'm so impressed. Yes, definitely recommend this palette. It is so good, so versatile. And even if I wanted to do brown eyebrows, it's got a brown in there, it's got a black in there, it's got everything. Everything. Oh, let me put eyeliner, mascara, lashes on, and I'll come back. Okay, I am back. I have popped on some eyeliner. It's rather thick, actually, and my lashes, and I'm just looking at myself, and I'm very much enjoying this. It's very summery, very warm. It's nice. I'm a big fan. Right, for lips, I have 3 or 4 different items. So I've got the Sugar Pill Pretty Poison lip colour. This is in the shade Detox, which is a gorgeous orange matte colour. I've then got the Kiko Creamy Colour Comfort Lip Liner in the shade 306, which is an orange. It should... There we go. It should match very well. Or I've got the lip liner from Barry M in Coral. And then on the top, I think I'm going to put this Viva Glam lip gloss. This is the Miley Cyrus 2. If you've watched my lipstick declutter, you would have seen this stuff already, apart from the lip liners, because I didn't put the lip liners on there. So let's start with this. Oh, I'm very good to myself, aren't I? I do keep these very sharp. Let's give myself some nice lips and then I shall come back to you. Right, let's do finishing touches. Look at these lips. Isn't lip gloss just so gorgeous? Oh, it all just came out wonderfully. Let me find my highlighting brush. Here it is, just my Bedelium Tools 785, and we're just gonna pop into the usual suspects. Let's go into the more orangey one today. Just give you a nice, a nice glow. Little tiny bit on the brow. And then on the tip of the nose. Up the bridge, chin, and a tad just on the forehead. Oh, so glowy. I do actually need to put on a little bit of blush, and that will help blend out some of this highlight. MAC Peony Petal, yeah, the favourite. Just on a Real Techniques blush brush, I think this is. And we're just gonna go over where I put the highlight on the head. Just blend it into the contour. Just to buff it out a bit. Bring a little bit of life to the cheeks. And I'd say this is the face done. Let's get a little bit of setting spray. The Barry M All Night Long makeup setting spray. Oh. Doesn't that skin look gorgeous? Oh my goodness. Let me pop in the earrings, pop the wig on, and then I shall come back with the finished look. Okay, and here is the finished look. As you can see, this hair is massive. I put some nails on because the last time I filmed one of these I didn't put nails on and it annoyed the hell out of me when I was editing. But as you can see, these earrings really do go with the look. These lips are great. I absolutely love them. I put a little bit of hair down the side. You can probably see a little bit of my hair popping out every now and again, but you are in 4K and I'm not going to glue this down just to take it off. I do look like I'm going to present the news though. Let me move back a little bit. Look at that. Does that not look stunning? So for summary today, these are the gorgeous earrings from Franka. They are a kind of firestorm orange mix with the yellow and the red. Gorgeous, and they do really go with this look. This wig is from Webster Wigs. I can't remember what style it's in, but I have zhuzhed it up and put it all together. There's no packing under here. It is literally just backcombed hair. What else did we have? Oh, the Sugar Pill Pretty Poison lip colour. This orange in Detox. That is a gorgeous colour. And as you can see from the lips, it looks really good. The Viva Glam lip gloss that I have from MAC, that is also really gorgeous and complements the lip colour. And then the star of the show is the Soph X Revolution Super Spice palette. This is so good, so colourful, so useful. It's a really, really good palette for the price, very affordable, and I would recommend it. But just to chime out, remember the earrings are from Franka. Here is the QR code for you to have a look at, and if you like anything that I've been wearing in this series, then you could probably find it on the website. Yes, but for now, that is everything. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you liked anything in this video, then I would suggest you check it out. If you like the looks that I've been displaying, I do have another one of these videos in this series. I shall put a link somewhere. And please do check out the rest of the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care and stay tuned. Bop, 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 bop to the top. Very nice. Bye.